Hello, I'm Karen Kill. I'm the administrator with Browns Creek Watershed District. I'm here today at Applewood Hills Golf Course. I'm here to talk about the stormwater reuse that's happening here with collaboration with Washington County, Minnesota Department of Transportation, Browns Creek Watershed District, and of course, Applewood Hills Golf Course. The water from this stormwater will be reused on the golf course for irrigation.
Traffic has significantly increased on Minnesota State Highway 36 in Stillwater since the new St. Croix crossing was recently completed. Washington County Road 15, also called Manning Avenue, is one of the major north-south roads in Washington County. This was previously an at-grade intersection with a stoplight. Both MnDOT and Washington County wanted to create a safer, more efficient intersection using ramps and a bridge over Highway 36.
Part of a big project like this, adding a bridge and a number of ramps that access that bridge, is adding a lot of impervious. We wanted to partner with Browns Creek to find a way to treat and manage that stormwater that comes off of that new impervious. Early on, it became very aware, obviously, that we could not infiltrate in this area due to a number of reasons. We had to come up with other solutions to handle stormwater treatment. The next way that we looked at that was filtration. Filtration is a good way to treat stormwater, but it's a little bit more expensive to build, and there's a lot more maintenance overall during the life of that system. Browns Creek came forward with the water reuse option, which was great because what we could do is we could go to wet ponds, which are generally, in this particular case, easier to build and maintain, but also the water is then used for the purpose of the golf course, which was in the northwest quadrant of this project. So a lot of wins all the way around, and so we were happy to be a part of the project.
We were very excited to participate in this project with Browns Creek Watershed District in the county because we feel like water is obviously vital to the operations of a golf course, and we're trying to be as efficient and responsible with our use of water to maintain our business. This project really afforded us a new opportunity to create a redundant source of our irrigation water, as well as help in the broader community of how the stormwater is going to be used from the county road construction.
Since this interchange ultimately drains to Long Lake, which is impaired for excess nutrients and has flooding concerns, it was important to all partners to reduce stormwater impacts as much as possible. This highly cost-effective reuse project has multiple benefits. The storage ponds are designed to meet rate control standards even when the water is not needed for irrigation during wet periods. Both volume control and water quality standards are exceeded. The reuse project will capture approximately 38 pounds of phosphorus to grow golf course turf rather than algae in Long Lake. This is 30 pounds more than the filtration option. And this also saves approximately 7 million gallons of groundwater that would have been used for irrigation.
Currently, we pump directly from an aquifer, and as our climate changes, as water becomes even more scarce as a resource, we want to do as much as we can to protect that vital resource, not only for ourselves but for our community, and that redundant source of a way to recycle or to repurpose the water that comes off the road is really an exciting project for us to participate in.
The project started off a lot of mass grading, moving dirt, and establishing the pond areas and the connection pipes. So deep pipes that ultimately go underneath 36 and underneath Manning Avenue. Those are a part of the overall water reuse system. They connect the ponds where the storm sewer on the main line and on the ramps ultimately feed to. That supplies the wet ponds with the water needed for the reuse system. Then also there's going to be a culvert, an equalization culvert that feeds a wet well on the north side of the frontage road west of Manning. And that wet well is where the water goes to that will ultimately tie into the system that Browns Creek builds the pumping system and control that takes that water from the wet well and then extends it onto the water main reuse system that's going to feed the golf course.
By the end of October, the ramps will be open to access Highway 36. Construction will continue in the spring to complete the bridge. Browns Creek Watershed District is likely to construct its portion of the reuse project over the winter and spring. The county will be making the final connections under Highway 36 in June or July, followed by a repaving project by MnDOT. Applewood will be trained and ready to fully use the reuse system by 2023. Thank you so much for joining me and some of our many partners. To learn more or contact me, please go to our website at www.bcwd.org. Thank you.